Here with Elsa Tiefenthaler and Colby Peter of Kuemper Catholic after a wild 3-2 win over Unity Christian, pushing them to the state tournament. Elsa, we'll go ahead and start with you. You're a senior on this squad. You've been in the state tournament before. What does this one really mean to you?
Honestly, finishing it so close is a little scary for me. Fourth set, I was like, oh my gosh, like I could be ending my season here, but obviously not. This one means a lot, especially for all of the teams too.
Kind of talk about what was going through your mind there in that fifth set. You know, a lot of wild things happening. What were you really thinking about?
I was just trying to give the hitters good balls so they could eat. Honestly, they were all hitting really well. There was not a hitter that I wouldn't set, and I was just trying to provide balls for them to get kills.
What are you going to do to really prepare for the state tournament this year?
I think we can get our smarter shots and be a little bit more consistent especially with our serve receive passing. Just passing in general, we could be a little bit more consistent, but honestly, there's not much that we can improve, so.
All right, Colby, we'll go ahead and move over to you. You know, an amazing performance from you tonight. What can you kind of say about it?
Our defense, the balls that were picked up in the back row, personally, it gives me the momentum that I got to put this ball down. And Elsa gives me a great ball every time, so it's easy just to put it where I want it.
A lot of emotions with tonight's win. You know, what was kind of going through your head there tonight after the win?
We won. Like, we're going to state. Like, this is awesome.
You know, a lot of your points came there in the fifth set as well. What can you kind of say about that fifth set from you and from your team as a whole?
Knowing that this was the fifth set, could have been the last set of our season, knowing that ball had to go down, otherwise we weren't going to state, was my momentum, and I'm sure it was the rest of the team's momentum as well.
All right, both of you guys can kind of answer this one. I mean, obviously going to the state tournament, a big deal. What does this really mean to you guys to be able to move on to the state tournament?
Honestly, if we wouldn't finish our season at state, I would not be satisfied. I think we have a good chance to win a couple at state, and I'm super excited to be there.
Yeah, everything else you just said, I'm just so excited.
All right, well, thank you so much, and congratulations. We're with Rusty Wintermote, Kuemper Catholic head volleyball coach, after an exciting 3-2 win over Unity Christian, moving Kuemper Catholic on to the state tournament. Coach, a lot of emotions after that one. What are the thoughts and feelings?
Well, you know, everybody always wants to know why I don't call timeouts, why I don't get all hysterical. It is when you've got an experienced group, and it was fun to watch them build throughout the season and just grab everything that was in front of them. So a lot of timeouts, it was about what they wanted to do and talk about. We didn't really change much other than a few things, but just very pleased with our bench was into the game, the kids were into the game. The other thing I'm really proud is the way that they showed a lot of composure when they were up and when they down. We got really kicked in that third game, but they understood what we need to do to be able to move on to game 4 and then game 5. But just proud of their composure through the whole thing. Of course, you're always proud when you go to state, but I like the way that their mentality was throughout their whole match.
A match that went all the way through to the fifth set. Kind of talk about that match a little bit. You know, what were you really seeing that you really liked?
The fact that we always start out slow, but we started out fast. What I liked is that even though number 8 was going to get her kills, we just had to know we had to try and find ways of getting touches. And that was one thing I was really proud of, the way that the girls up front got touches on the ball, especially against their power hitters. They hit hard. And then our back row, when they started making really quality passes, whether it's serve or receive or off the block or touches, we were able to put Elsa in good situations to be able to spread the ball out. You know, and Addie Anthover probably had one of her better matches she's had in a while. And then you throw Brianna, who was very consistent. Zoe coming off, Zoe's a starter, but Zoe probably surprised them a little bit with her able to angle shots. And then my outsides, they keyed on our outsides a lot. And so we just had to convince them it's okay if you get blocked, just keep coming hard. Because when we started pushing and tipping, wasn't our game, and that kind of led into them having heavy arms coming back. So as soon as we solved the idea of not giving them as many free balls and making them more out of system, it led to a lot more positive stuff for us.
Another year in the state tournament for your squad. What can you say about being back up there?
More experience, a group that their goal is to go down and show that they belong there, get a win down at the state tournament. But the fact that talking to the Unity's coach at the beginning, whoever was going to win this one was preparing themselves to do a good showing down at state. And I think each year we've gotten better going down there. now I have a more experienced group, so I really feel like the experience and the composure is going to lead to an exciting opportunity for them down there.
What's the preparation going to look like going into state, and what are some things that you really want to key on at the state tournament as well?
Well, keying on whoever we play, obviously we'll find out here in a little while. We're getting some video on them, but what we've done is we've gone less of watching everybody else and more worrying about us. We're going to shore up our serve receive, and then we're going to start to work on a little bit better out-of-system ball that we have struggled with tonight. So we're going to work on out-of-system ball and serve receive to get ourselves ready for top 8 competition down there. So it's going to be fun to get those kids prepared for that.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming up.